The Proclaiming on is in tone 7. The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will give strength unto his people. Bring unto the Lord, ye sons of God, bring unto the Lord glory and honor.
Wisdom.
The reading is from St. Paul's epistle to the Ephesians.
Wisdom let us attend.
Brethren, Christ is in our peace, who made both one and broke down the middle wall of partition, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in his ordinances, that he might create in himself the two one new man, thus making peace, and might reconcile them both to God in one body through the cross, thereby having slain the enmity in himself. And he came and preached peace to you, to those who were far off and to those who were near. For through him we both have our access in one spirit to the Father. Now therefore you are no longer strangers and sojourners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of God, being built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom the whole structure fitly framed together grows into a holy temple in the Lord, in whom you are also built together for a habitation of God in the Spirit.
Peace be to thee that readeth.
Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
It is a good thing to confess unto the Lord.
Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
Proclaim thy mercy in the morning and truth by night.
Alleluia,
Alleluia, alleluia. Wisdom, peace be to all. Let us hear the Holy Gospel. The reading is from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Let us attend. At that time, when Jesus drew near to Jericho, a blind man was sitting by the roadside begging, and hearing a multitude going by, he inquired what they meant. They told him, Jesus of Nazareth is passing by, and he cried out, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. And those who were in front of him rebuked him, telling him to be silent. But he cried out all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stopped and commanded him to be brought to him. And when he came near, Jesus asked him, what do you want me to do for you? He said, Lord, let me receive my sight. And Jesus said to him, receive your sight, thy faith hath made thee well. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus, glorifying him. And all the people, when they saw this, gave praise to God.
glory to thee, Lord, glory to thee.
Please be seated. Alex, you want to bring the chair? In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Amen. Jericho was a major city during the times of Jesus, probably second only to Jerusalem in the Holy Land. And as Jesus, and the story varies, it appears in not only Luke, but also in Matthew and Mark. And in one of the Gospels it says as he was leaving Jericho, and another one as he was approaching. But if the words used in Greek could mean he was near. And so it doesn't matter whether he was leaving or approaching. And I think it's the Gospel of Mark that tells us the name of the blind man. His name was Bartimaeus, meaning it was patronymic, meaning that he was the son of Timaeus. And he had obviously been blind for a lifetime. And when he asked about what the tumult was with the crowd that was swirling around Jesus, he said, it's Jesus of Nazareth. You notice they didn't mention the prophet, which is what most people thought he was at that time. But obviously Bartimaeus knew about him. And so he started crying out loudly, Son of David, have mercy on me. And of course, Son of David is the designation of the Messiah. And so obviously God had placed in his heart that this man, Jesus of Nazareth, was the Messiah that was expected from all times in Judaism. And Jesus calls him out and says, what do you want from me? And he says, Lord, restore my sight. And Jesus simply says, your faith has made thee well. He doesn't touch his eyes like he does in some other instances. He doesn't require the man to touch the hem of his garment like Veronica, the Philiac woman. He simply says, your faith has made you well. Because this man obviously has perceived that Jesus is indeed the Messiah, the Son of the living God, and has the power to restore him to the full wholeness of his life with his sight. Now what's really interesting is that afterward, instead of going away, he follows Jesus. Like Mary Magdalene, who had 7 demons cast out from her, she stuck to Jesus like Velcro because he was the source of her restored life. And for Bartimaeus, the sight that he got, he was so grateful that he stayed glued to Jesus and followed him from then on. And then the other phrase at the end is he glorified God. And I think about all of us who tune in so much to our lacks, whether it's illnesses or whether it's stuff we don't have, but we forget all the stuff that we do have, all the gracious gifts of God that we have. And we should be like Bartimaeus, glorifying God as we go. And I don't think we do that all the time. I think we tune into the little petty things in our lives that are irritating or that we don't like, and forget to think of all the glorious gifts that we've been given. And therefore, in our heart, to continually pray, glorifying God. And that's what the message of this gospel lesson is. In the name of the Father, and Son, and Holy Spirit, now and ever, and to ages of ages. Amen.